Okay. Let us see. Uday invested 40,000 in a mutual fund on 21st May 2007 when NAV was 15.1273 rupees with entry load of 2.25%. Okay, calculate value of his investment on 21st May. Okay, also find value of his investment on 20th November 2007 when NAB was 19.4372 rupees. Okay, I'll give you some time, try to do that. Read the question properly and see whether you can do this or not. So in the starting he is investing, that means he is purchasing, and the NAB is this, and you are having the entry load of 2.25%, correct? So what will be the purchase price? Purchase price will be, what is the formula? Purchase price is NAV plus entry load, correct? Entry load on NAB. Bolo, what is NAB? 15.1273 plus 2.25% of the same value, that is 15.1273. What is that? Quickly calculate and tell me the price. Yes, you may use calculator. Calculator is allowed for you guys to do this. Find 2.25% of the value 15.1273 and add it to this. Final answer is 15.4677. You just verify that. And next, what you want to ask? Calculate value of investment on 21st May. Okay, so you want to calculate the value of investment. All you do, first of all, let us find number of units he is purchasing with this amount. So how will you do that? Number of units कैसे find out करेंगे? Yes, anyone? How should we calculate number of units? You are having this amount purchase price per unit. Yeah. Will it be purchase price divided by investment or investment divided by purchase price? Think about it again. What is purchase price? Purchase price is just 15 rupees. And do you want me to write 15 divided by 40,000? That will be your number of units. Think about it again. This is price per unit. Yes, perfect. Investment divided by purchase price. So what is your investment? 40,000 divided by price per unit, that is 15.4677. Just divide it and tell me the answer. Okay, so I'll write that 2586.034. This is the number of units. Mayuri, who is that? Roll number 66. Please mute yourself. Yeah, thank you. So this is number of units we have got. Now, what was the question first? Calculate the value of his investment on 21st May. Value of investment means what? It will be uh, value on your NAV, correct? So that means value of investments must be number of units multiply by NAV, correct? Because जो भी entry load है, that is extra part, that is not my value of investment. Value of investment will be the number of units multiplied by NAV. What is that? Just put the value number of units you are having this and NAV you are having 15.127. You'll get the answer. The answer is 119.713. Just verify whether you are getting the same value after multiplying. So we are done with the first part. Now also we want to find something else. Also find the value of his investment on 20th November this, when NAB is this. Okay, so how will you calculate? Same thing. Value of investment on, let me write, on 21st May. Correct. Now if you want to calculate value of investment on 20th November, what will be that? So formula is NAV multiply by number of units. So what is NAV on that day, 20 November? The NAV is 19.4372. 19.4372 multiplied by number of units. The number of unit is 2586.034. 2586.034. If you multiply and tell me, it will be around 50,265.26. 50,265 rupees. Yes. Uh, is that clear? This is how you should calculate. Yeah. And one more important part was systematic investment plan, that is called SIP. Let us do that. Okay. So what is SIP? First, let us understand. See, the thing is that suppose if you bought a mutual fund, if you bought a mutual fund on January, say 1st of January 2001, and the cost was 15 rupees. Your NAV was 15 rupees, correct? And you fixed it for 12 months. That is again from 1st December 2001. Uh, you will be selling that and you will be getting money, correct? But what happens, uh, on 1st January you bought of 15 rupees, but what happens, suppose on the second on the 1st Feb, suppose on the 1st Feb, 1st March, it values goes on decreasing, 15, 14, 13, or say 8 rupees और 7 रुपीज़, करेक्ट? सो अगर मैंने ये 15 रुपीज़ ले लिया था, तो हर एक मंथ का मुझे 15 रुपीज़ ही पे करना होता, इफ़ आई एम फिक्सिंग दैट. If I'm fixing 1st January to December, then I have to just multiply 12, 15 rupees multiply by 12, correct? But if I am paying every month, correct, it is something like EMI. That is, if I am putting every month, then for the first month I have to pay 15, for the second month I have to put 14, for the third month I have to put 8, next 7, and in the next month it may be increase also 16, but still your total average will be less than the previous value. That is what, that's why this is quite nice way, that is systematic investment plan, that suggests you to put the amount monthly. Don't put directly. That is, if you want to invest 40,000, so put 5,000 every month and then do. That will help you to get more investment. Okay. We'll see one example, then you'll understand. This is systematic investment plan. Let us say, suppose Mr. Bhatt invested 5,000 on first of every month for 5 months in a SIP, systematic investment plan, in a SIP of a mutual fund, of a mutual fund with NAVs 48.15, 52.83, 41.28, 35.44 for each month it is, and the last one is 32.65 respectively. Okay, there was no entry load charged. Find average price Mr. Bhatt paid using the rupee average method. Rupee averaging method. I'll tell you what is that method. After 6 months, he sold all his units when NAV was 51.64 rupees with contingent deferred sales charge, that is CDSC, as 2.25%. Find his net gain. Okay, before going to this part, the first is calculate, find average price using rupee average method. Okay, so let us understand what is rupee average method. Before that, we need to make a table first. Let us make a table. First it will be month, second amount in rupees, third NAV, and fourth number of units. Okay, so make a table like this whenever you want to find the systematic investment, that is by rupee average method you find number of units. So how many months you are paying and what is the amount? Read the question. Mr. Ba invested 5,000 rupees on first of every month for 5 months. Okay, so first month he is paying 5,000, second month 5,000, third month 5,000, fourth also 5,000, and fifth also 5,000. This is his investment. Okay, and you are also given the NAB for each month. In the question you are given NAB also. What is the NAB? 48.15. Let me write 48.15, 52.83, and 41.28, 35.44, and the last is 32.65. Okay, see the table, if there was some entry load तो एक और टेबल आता है, एक और कॉलम आता है, that is purchase price, वो भी आता है, but here there is no entry load, so NAB is same as your purchase price. How will you calculate number of units? This is your amount, this is your NAB, so number of units is equal to amount upon NAV. So you just have to calculate 5,000 divided by 48.15. Same for this, you'll get number of units for each month, correct? I'll directly write, this is 103.84, this is 94.64, and this is 121.12, this is 141.08, this is 153.14. So this is what your number of units. Now what is using rupee cost method? One more thing you do, just calculate total of this, that is total amount invested and total of number of units. Calculate this also. Total amount will be 25,000 and total number of units, if you calculate, it is 613.82. This is number of units. Now using rupee cost averaging method for purchase, the average price of units is equal to total amount upon total number of unit. Total amount upon total number of units. You are having both the thing. Total amount is 25,000 divided by number of unit is 613.82. As simple as that. So number of unit is 40.73. This is the average price for your. See, now do you see, अगर फर्स्ट मंथ में ही 48 रुपीज़ का NAV उसने 5 महीने के लिए किया होता, then he had to pay 48 rupees for each month. But now do you see average price इसका कितना पड़ रहा है ऐसे? He is getting just 40 rupees, so he is having a benefit of 8 rupees each month. So that's why this is quite nice. Okay, so what will be the selling price? अगर हाँ, this is the first part हो गया अपना. We are done with the find average price. Average price हो गया. After 6 months he sold all the units when NAB, okay, NAB was 51.64. This was my NAV and he sold everything, correct? तो selling price for one unit will be CDSC लगेगा, इसमें charge लगेगा, that is your exit load इसको बोलते हैं in this case. So 2.25. So let us subtract that. That is for selling price for one unit that was something 51 0.64 minus 2.25% of 51.64. Just calculate that and you'll get 50.48. So that is my selling price. So total sale क्या रहेगा? Total sale will be selling price multiplied by number of units. That is 50.48 multiplied by what is the number of units? It was something 613. Let me see, 613.82. 613.82. If you calculate that, total sale will be 30,991.77. And what is the final answer? Find net gain. What is net gain? Amount उसने 25,000 इन्वेस्ट किया था and he is getting 30,900. So net gain is equal to 30,991.77. Oh, 0.77. हाँ, minus 25,000. The answer will be 5,991.77. See, you are just investing 25,000 in the SIP and you are getting 5,000, around 6,000 more in just 5 months. That's why this is quite nice, better than any other. Okay, yeah. One more type of question used to be there. I'll just quickly do that also. Mr. Kothari invested in SIP of mutual fund of fixed sum of 10,000 rupees on 5th of every month. 5th of every month. Okay, for 4 months. 4 months. Yeah. The NAV on this date, the NAVs are directly मैं लिखता हूँ 34.26, 46.12, 339.34 and 41.85. The entry load was 2.25%. Here in the previous question there was no entry load. Here we are having entry load, though out of period. Entry load is 2.25%. And what next? Find find the average price including the entry load using rupee cost averaging method. You know what is the formula now? Rupee cost averaging method. How does it compare? How does it compare with the AM, that is arithmetic mean? I hope you understand what is AM. You must have done it in your statistic part. Of the prices. Okay, I'll just start. What is the first condition? You have to make a table. So in this, the table will start from month. What is the next? NAV. What is the next? Entry load is given, correct? So let us calculate entry load for each NAV. What next? Total price, that is cost for each cost, or if you don't like price, then you can write purchasing cost. purchase price or purchase cost. What next? The final one is number of units. Number of units. And you know what is the formula for number of units, correct? Hey, I should have included one more column, na? Amount. But amount is fixed, so chalega. No issue. नहीं भी लिखा तो I should consider. What is the fixed amount? He is putting in every month. What is the fixed? Yeah, 10,000. Fixed amount is 10,000. Let us put first month the NAV was 34.26 rupees. Calculate the entry load. Entry load is 2.25% of NAV. And what is the price cost? It will be NAV plus entry load. Correct? And number of units is what is number of unit? It will be 10,000 divided by total price. Correct? Total or purchase cost, purchase price, जो भी बोलो तुम, purchase cost or purchase price, whatever you say. So for first month he is having this, for second month 46.12, for third month 39.34, for the fourth month he is putting 41.85 rupees. Okay, and in the last you want to calculate the total. Total here you have to calculate total of this price and this one, number of units. Okay, so entry load, what is that? 0.77085, up to 3 digit किया तभी भी चलेगा. 1.0377, 0.88515. In many questions they will be mentioning that take up to 3 digit, 0.9141625, and add them and find the number of units. If you add, this will be 35.0308 something, this will be 47.157 and 40.225, और आगे भी आएगा. I'm just taking the 3 digit, 42.79, and if you add all them you'll get 165.20532, 20532, something like this. And the number of units same, ये divide करने के बाद how you divide? We'll add 10,000 divided by this price, correct? So if you divide you'll get something 258, sorry 285. Just it is calculation, 285.46267 with 212.054, 248.600, 233.690, something like that. The total will be 979.80 and some more term. Okay, what is the formula? Using rupee cost method, I already told you. Can you just repeat? Using rupee cost averaging method, what is the formula for average price? Perfect. Total amount by number of units. Number of units. What is total amount? Yes, what is total amount? Number of units is this, 979.80. What is total amount? He's 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 putting 10,000 every month. No, how many month? There are 4 months. So total amount is 44. No, it will be 40,000. No, total investment. Yes, correct. And if you divide this, then you'll get average price. It is around 40.8243 rupees. So this is your average price, correct? Using rupee cost method. The question asked you that also calculate how does it compare with arithmetic mean of prices. So how will you compare arithmetic mean of prices? Do you know what is arithmetic mean? Perfect. And you have already sum of all price, total of all price, correct? You have already calculated total of all prices divided by number of prices. How many prices are there? 4, na? Divided by 4. So what is sum? It is 165.20, correct? 165.20532. इतना नहीं लिया, 20 तक रखा था, अभी भी चलेगा, नो इशू. डिवाइड बाय 4 किया तो आंसर विल बी 41.30135. So let us compare. Arithmetic mean 41 आ रहा है, and using rupee cost method you are getting 40.824, correct? So which one is the best? This systematic investment plan. No, arithmetic mean is the best. In the arithmetic mean you are paying 41 rupees, and for this using rupee cost method you have to pay only 40.832. Thus what is your conclusion? Thus average price using rupee cost method, rupee cost averaging method is less than arithmetic mean of prices. Okay, do you understand? Yeah, this was the last topic of your syllabus, that is systematic investment plan. Find the average of rupee cost. Okay, I just, maybe I forgot to mention one of the part, binomial expansion. I think binomial expansion is done in your probability or what? Is it in your probability? That means e plus b raised to n. See, if you want to find e plus b the whole square, do you remember the formula? Perfect, very nice. Can you similarly do for e plus b the whole cube and e plus b the whole raised to 4 and so on? Do you see, it is quite difficult to remember all the formula, correct? So I'll give a formula which is e plus b raised to n. Give me any power n. I'll give a formula to this e plus b raised to n, and the formula is nc0 e raised to n b raised to 0 plus nc1 e raised to n minus 1 b raised to 1 plus nc2 e raised to n minus 2 b raised to 2 plus nc3 e raised to n minus 3 b raised to 3. Do you remember the, do you see the pattern? Can you tell me the last term? ncn e raised to n minus n b raised to, yes, n. Perfect. Will you remember this formula? Right? Now if you want to find e plus b the whole square, you just have to put n की जगह पे 2. Now if I put c a plus b the whole square निकालना है मुझे, तो क्या करूँगा? मुझे 2c0 e raised to 2 b raised to 0 plus 2c1 e raised to 1 b raised to 1 plus 2c2 e raised to 0 b raised to 2. Do you agree? Now you know how to find 2c0. 2c0 का वैल्यू क्या होता है? Do you remember NCR का फॉर्मूला? 2c0 is 1. So इसका आंसर आएगा 1 and b raised to, so answer will be a square here. And what about 2c1? 2. So it will be 2 and a and b, 2ab. And what about this 2c2? 1. So that is b square. Do you see? We have verified कि जो हम लोग ने फॉर्मूला दिया है that is working. Yes, if you are having e plus b power n, then this is the formula. correct? Now some people may ask you that, okay, you have given me a formula for e plus b raised to n. Can you give a similar formula for e plus b raised to minus n? Sorry, e minus b raised to n. Can you give me a similar formula? How will you do that? If the question is that, how will you do in that case? Hey, I'm not talking about power 2, huh? It is n. So can you relate with this the same guy? I have the formula for e plus b raised to n. Can I write e minus b raised to n as this form? E plus minus b raised to n. Can I do that? Is that okay? Can I do that? No, now can I apply the same formula? NC0 e raised to 0, sorry, e raised to n b. Here my b is minus b, huh? Minus b raised to 0 plus NC1 e raised to n minus 1 minus b raised to 1. Do you agree? Do you agree? NCn e raised to n minus n minus b raised to n. Now observe one thing. What is minus b raised to 0? Minus b raised to 0. 1. And what about minus b raised to 1? Here we will be having minus sign. So it will be minus nc1 a raised to n minus 1 b plus nc2. Do you observe a pattern here? Minus. Do you see a pattern? It is alternate plus minus. The first term is plus, second term is minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, like this. Do you agree? Okay, nice. Now there may be a question. There may a question be, can you give me the sum of all coefficient? That means in this case, if you want to get the sum of all coefficient, that is यहाँ पे coefficient क्या है 1 है, यहाँ पे 2 है, यहाँ पे 1 है, तो sum of coefficient will be 2 plus 1 that is 4. Now in general, can you give me e plus b raised to n में sum of coefficient? That means what? I need to put these values as 1. अगर ये 1 हुआ, then I'll get the sum of coefficient. Do you agree? That means NC0, NC1, NC2, NC3 सबका addition चाहिए मेरे को. तो what should I do? I'll write maybe here sum of, very nice, very nice, sum of coefficient of e plus b raised to n. Correct? So if you want to find sum of coefficient of e plus b raised to n, just write the formula first. A plus b raised to n is equal to nc0 a raised to n b raised to 0 plus nc1 a raised to n minus 1 b raised to 1 plus nc2 a raised to n minus 2 b raised to 2, and so on. Correct? The last term will be ncn a raised to 0 b raised to n. Now if you want to put if you want to find the sum of coefficient, that means what? You have to put this value as 1. How can you put this value as 1? If you put a equal to 1 and b equal to 1, if you put both the value 1, what will be your right hand side? It will be just nc0 plus nc1 plus nc2 plus up to ncn. Do you agree? This is just giving me sum of coefficient. And if you put it in the left hand side, the answer will be 2 raised to n. So what was my question? Sum of coefficient of a plus b raised to n. The answer will be 2 raised to n. Do you agree? Okay. Can you give me sum of coefficient of e minus b raised to n? Again, first you will be writing the formula. E minus b raised to n का formula क्या है? It is alternate. nc0 a raised to n b raised to 0 minus nc1 a raised to n minus 1 b raised to 1 plus nc2 a raised to n minus 2 b raised to 2, and so on. Alternate plus minus, correct? So what will you have be here? It will be, what should you do if you want to find sum of coefficient? NC0 minus NC1 plus NC2, like that. So again you will be putting A equal to 1, B equal to 1. So what will be your right hand side? It will be NC0 minus NC1 plus NC2. What will be the last term? Can you tell me? Anybody? Try to observe the pattern. It will be something minus 1 raised to something into n. But minus 1 raised to what? माइनस वन रेज टू सी द फर्स्ट टर्म में कोएफिशिएंट क्या है? माइनस वन रेज टू जीरो. सेकेंड टर्म में माइनस वन रेज टू वन, तभी माइनस वन आया ना. जितने भी इवन पावर्स हैं उसमें क्या आ रहा है? इवन आ रहा है. सो इट इज माइनस वन रेज टू एन. दैट्स इट. एंड हियर व्हाट अबाउट द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड? If you put a and b as 1, then answer will be 0. That means what? Sum of coefficient of a minus b raised to n is 0, and sum of coefficient of a plus b raised to n is 2 raised to n. Do you agree? Yeah. So this was the last part remaining of that permutation combination. I have completed that also. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Finally, your syllabus is completed, I declare. Okay. You just revise everything.